a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. Something struck the windshield of a dump truck Thursday morning on 390 near Maiden Lane in Greece. A couple of hours later, a driver reported the windshield of his car hit and damaged on 490 in Gates. Damage was minor in both cases, but police response from the task force investigating the string of these incidents was heavy. Greece police, state police, and Monroe County deputies searched the roadsides and surrounding areas. Greece police are sending officers on bikes to ride the trail that runs along 390 from Ridge to Ladder Road, also patrolling through neighborhoods that back up to the expressway. There have been 16 such incidents now, 5 of them this week. A driver trying to pass a slow-moving jump truck set off a serious crash in Livingston County that killed one man and seriously injured 3 other people Thursday. Livingston County Sheriff Thomas Doherty says it happened on Route 256 in Sparta. A car driven by John Linehan of Livonia pulled out to pass the truck and went head-on into a car coming from the other direction. The driver of that second car, Theodore Markle of Dansville, was killed in the crash. Linehan and Markle's 2 passengers were taken to Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester, either by ambulance or Mercy Flight helicopter. A football-based youth mentorship program supported by Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren has an uncertain future after being held in committee by City Council. Mayor Warren wants to put $250,000 into a championship academy for teenaged boys run by former NFL player and Rochester native Roland Williams. But some council members have asked why the program did not go through the usual city bidding process, just how the money would be spent, and why girls aren't getting the same attention. The mayor defends the program, but Councilman Adam McFadden announced he was holding it in the Public Safety and Youth Services Committee. The other council members present agreed without comment. The 4 men indicted on bid rigging charges in the Monroe County LDC investigation were back in court Thursday, arguing that some or all of the charges should be dismissed. In particular, the attorney representing Robert Wiesner introduced an email he says proves the charges against his client were the result of a political vendetta. Wiesner is the husband of Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks. Attorney James Nobles has contended from the beginning that Rochester media outlets were notified of the sealed indictments a day in advance so they could get photos of Wiesner being walked in handcuffs to the courthouse. In the email Nobles introduced, an auditor in the state comptroller's office asks an employee of the Attorney General's office if it would be inappropriate to set the photo of Wiesner in handcuffs as the background of his computer desktop. Just over a week to the scheduled end of the legislative session, and New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says the medical marijuana bill is not dead yet. The governor says he has reservations about the Compassionate Care Act, although he supports the concept of medical marijuana. But the governor says it has to be done right or it will cause public safety and public health problems worse than the ones it solves. The governor says discussions are going on behind the scenes about how to set up a marijuana distribution system that can't be easily exploited, and what happens if someone defrauds the system. He spoke on the public radio Capital Connection program. Hobby Lobby stores will pay $85,000 in civil penalties and donate more than $138,000 in supplies to schools around the state after New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman accused the chain of running bogus sales. The AG says Hobby Lobby advertised 50% and 30% off consistently for a 2-year period. New York law says any sale that runs longer than 52 consecutive weeks is no longer a sale, and it's illegal to advertise it as such. Dillard's has signed an agreement with Hickey Freeman to produce its signature collection suits and sport coats at the Hickey Freeman plant in Rochester. Dillard's department store chain is moving production of the new men's clothing line from Italy to Rochester, and they are the second major clothing brand to do so this year. Senator Charles Schumer, who's a consistent booster of the Hickey Freeman label, says this could create up to 50 new jobs at the plant on North Clinton Avenue and boost production volume by 10 to 15%. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary, and I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.